Hey guys, welcome back here to a quick Bitcoin analysis video. There's a quick update from the last video I put out on some Bitcoin analysis. I gave a little more of a short-term analysis on Bitcoin, and I did talk about here on the far chart how Bitcoin was consolidating here, and it's starting to get tighter and tighter here, ready for a breakout. And I did mention in the last video that this was either going to break out Monday, which was yesterday, or today, Tuesday. For that part, I got that correct. So Bitcoin did break out, but in my video, I did mention that I thought Bitcoin would, break out and go down. Okay, like that. Quite the opposite from what it did. I kind of anticipated that the stock market news would be, a lot worse, and the stock market would react a lot more, badly to the news. But I got that part wrong. But it did break out. Okay, so it did break out in a bullish run. Now, interestingly, obviously on the far chart here, it did break it above also the 50-day moving average and the 20-day moving average. Okay, obviously it did hit on the far chart here a nice good example of a resistance line here. So we do have this resistance line coming all the way back to May 11th, so not too long, about 10-11 days. So it did hit its head actually here on the resistance. Now, two things I think Bitcoin could do from here in the next couple of weeks. Okay, the first thing I think is it can maybe come down here, consolidate here, and then literally break above this line of resistance. Okay, I'm not necessarily sure how far it would break out. In my opinion, I don't really see it breaking out over 28,000 in the next week or so. That's the first thing I think. Okay, it can break this resistance, or I think it can come down here, okay, and test this line of support. Okay, the support line. I think that's one of the two things. It's either going to break this resistance line and go up close to 28,000 here in the next week or two, or it could come down here, kind of consolidate, okay, and maybe test this line of support. Obviously, I could completely be incorrect on both sides, but based on my tech analysis, in my opinion, that's what I think could possibly happen. Going to the 1-day chart here, we can actually look at the moving averages and the relative strength index here on a better view, since it's on the 1-day chart here. I'll just quickly move some lines here. I'll be trying to quick as possible for you guys. So on the 1-day chart here, obviously we are still below the 50-day and the 20-day moving average. Okay, so we're quite a bit below the 50-day moving average here on the 1-day chart. The 50-day moving average is at about 28,300. Okay, so that is about 1,700 below the moving average for the 50-day. Okay, and looking at the relative strength index here too, it's almost basically in the middle. So this is relative strength index right now on the 1-day chart is about 45.5. Now obviously it's kind of like basically in the middle. If you look at the relative strength index, it's hit above this more than enough times, and it hasn't came below it as often. So like I said, obviously Bitcoin with the relative strength, it could come down to here and hit this kind of almost support here we have here, coming down here, and then support down here, and that's where I would see maybe it hits the support on the 4-hour chart here that I mentioned earlier. Okay, or since the relative strength is pretty low, this could obviously also kind of break out to here, and this is where I would see that breakout above the resistance on the 4-hour chart. This is just basically a quick analysis video update from my last one. Like I mentioned before, I was able to get the breakout correct. Obviously not in the right direction, but I was able to kind of properly time that there's gonna be a breakout coming. Hopefully I can bring out some more analysis videos for you guys in the future. Hopefully this this quick analysis video was a good update for you guys based on my last video. This is obviously none of this. Don't take any of this as financial advice. No recommendation to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just here to share my opinion and my knowledge on technical analysis. Thank you guys for watching that video, and make sure to subscribe and like. Thank you.